Hey guys, it's Mo from Mo in the Deep End, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about Ruby Frankie, I guess, defunct mommy blogger of Eight Passengers. She and I share about one thing. I guess she has six kids, and I have six kids, and she was a YouTuber, and I have a YouTube channel. And that's about where it ends. Look, I have differing opinions about family bloggers. I think some of them are okay, but I honestly feel like kids should probably not be on YouTube. They don't have the choice, I think. To have their whole lives filmed, it's something a family has to make a choice on their own, and I think that a lot of the times it's invasive and weird, and most families are look, a loving, chaotic, hot mess. Let's be very honest. If you were to film the Moe family chaos, the deep end family chaos every day, it would be a literal hot mess express all the time. So I would not want you guys to film. I mean, it would be fun hilarious. The wild feral one is hilarious, but it's also something that kids should be able to grow, learn, and make mistakes, live their lives, have, their whole childhoods without being online and having all of that kind of stuff documented. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it. I know that some families do it. They do it with, ease. And as always, I'm sure there's an on-camera family and an off-camera family kinda thing, but still, that seems to be a lot to put on a kid. Just my opinion, but let's see who all about Ruby Frankie, everything to know about the influencer mom accused of child abuse. I'm going to try to find the actual documentation, um, and see if Law and Crime has anything because, people being people, I'm sure are super de-duper awesome, uh, but and I don't really care about Gloria Estefan right now, but let's see. Before her arrest on child abuse charges and let me see if I can do sometimes they have the hyperlink. Okay, let's try this one. Excuse me. We'll do this article and then go back to the other one. Family vlogger accused of child abuse after malnourished child allegedly asked neighbor for help. Ruby Frankie and her podcasting partner Jody Hildebrand were arrested Wednesday and charged with 2 counts of aggravated child abuse. Oh, well, let's see if we can get. Well, now, are we going to get this line off here? What the actual hell, lady? Oh, I okay, so, uh, I'm gonna tell you a couple of things that already off the bat pissed me off. I uh, so you guys know that I got CPS called on me because my son wore the same shirt 2 days in a row. I don't know if I told you about last year when I first got my diagnosis for complex regional pain syndrome, and let me just go ahead and put this on here. Why is this not working? Oh, for the love of goodness. Okay, anyway, tangent engaged. When I first got my diagnosis and they started with all of they'll put you on, either gabapentin or Lyrica. And these have very strong side effects, usually tiredness or uh, just very different side effects. And I would make each of the three boys lunches and put them on the table and I would make them and I would assume that they were putting them in their backpacks. Now, the boys wanted to get school lunch, so they would hide their lunches for about a week, and the school was assuming that they were not eating and that we didn't have food. So they did call CPS, and at that point, I could understand that there might have been an issue because when they did talk to my boys, they were like, "Mommy is on a lot of things that make her tired." Now, again, had there been any call to home, I could have explained my diagnosis and what was happening, and I could have explained that no, the boys were simply hiding their lunches and we could have taken care of that. Now, this woman pisses me the F off because she's duct taping our kids, and I have seen a video of, her 6-year-old who is younger than my youngest, most feral, for getting her god dang lunch and her saying, "Well, yeah, she can just starve." Look, lady, she's 6. 6-year-olds. Like, if she was 16 and she was habitually forgetting her lunch, I could understand, like, "Okay, today you're just going to have to be hungry." I could get a 16-year-old, but d d oh, ma'am, ma'am, the you are don't even with me. 6 years old. Gonna lose my shit with you, ma'am. Eh, this is what you call CPS for, people. I'm gonna need you uh, principal of my kid's old school, this is the kind of shit you call CPS for, not my kid wearing the same shirt twice, okay? This is the kind of crap. You find evidence of, lacerations from duct tape and the fact that, they haven't been given food or water, or a 6-year-old, forgets their lunch and the teacher, they won't bring them a food. Uh, never, never in my life, okay? 6-year-old y'all, I'm about to go, "Hey, I'm about to bring out let's read." Let's read because see, there's 2 opposing forces of things that I on a Venn diagram, let's pull out the mobile board. Gonna have to get a wet erase. Oh, I am not prepared. Well, I am prepared, but not really. But let's get this going. Y'all, I'm done pissed off. We done been pissed off. She, she's got the whiteboard out. She done got the whiteboard out. You done messed with the wrong one today. She done just all the messings. Got the whiteboard. Baker, just jealousy. I can just feel it through the screen. We're going to make a Venn diagram of people I dislike. All right. So we have self righteous moms. Okay. So we're just going to call them SRMs. And then we're going to have do nothing right CPS. And right in the middle where they intersect are the douchiest people. And I'm afraid here that this story is going to make me lose my ever loving mind because it's the intersection of self righteous mothers and do nothing right CPS. Okay. So y'all are going to have to like get a little bro. I'm setting up a PO box today. I have the application. I just needed to find something with my name on it because everything is in Mr. Moe's name for legal purposes and for my alibi because Rusty Shackelford as such. Anywho, let's get back to the actual thing. But this is my fear is that my blood pressure is gonna because I usually run low on my blood pressure, but my blood pressure is gonna be like 100 bajillion over a beat, like 85,000. Because nothing gets me hotter than, and I don't mean hot in a smexy way because I wish, but nothing gets me nothing burns my biscuits, frosts my flakes like a self-righteous mom who is doing wrong and CPS that doesn't do anything until kids end up with lacerations from flipping duct tape when they've done known for years that this woman has done wrong and hasn't done anything. But I digress. Let's go back to the People article after I've done lost my mind. Oh, where's telling you my soul's gonna come out my body with this one. I feel it in my soul. It's gonna come out my body, and I'm not gonna be responsible for the words that come out of my mouth hole as per usual. It's just gonna come out, and y'all, it's gonna be all the petty because like I said, there are 2 things that I dislike in this world, and it's a self-righteous mother who's doing wrong. That's the one thing I will not have it. And then it's CPS that knows that there's a problem and does not one damn thing to help a kids at this point. But let's go. Once popular family blogger has been arrested on child abuse charges eh, charges alongside her business partner after Utah police officers, uh, found 2 of her children, quote, "emaciated and now malnourished with open wounds and duct tape around their arms and legs." The Santa Clara Public Safety Department announced the arrest of Ruby Frankie and her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, in a press release Thursday morning as the police records reviewed by People showed 2 women have both been charged with 2 counts of aggravated child abuse. The women who hosted a mom's support group podcast together are currently in police custody and after being arrested Wednesday night. The officers searched the home after neighbors called 911 when one of the children allegedly came to their house asking for help, authorities said. Quote, "The juvenile was asking for food and water," the police said, describing the wounds and markings found on the child's body. The condition of the juvenile was so severe that they were seen by the Santa Clara Ivans EMS and transported to a local area hospital. Y'all, I hope Jesus loves this woman because everyone else thinks she's a bitch, or at least I do. Changed my mind. I don't like this woman. I mean, I hope she gets a fair trial because everyone deserves it, but I will test Jesus, not me, because I don't do this. I don't. Okay, continue. The police said officers found another child in similar physical condition of malnourishment inside the house, transporting the second child to a local hospital as well. News outlet Fox 13 reports the home belongs to Hildebrandt. Finally, Frankie's older daughter, Sherry Frankie, wrote on her Instagram story alongside a photo of the police standing outside the home in Springville, Utah. Sherry had cut off her mother a year ago, according to an insider report, and has long been outspoken about her mother's alleged abuse, something Frankie's social media followers have reportedly suspected for years. Insider has previously reported about Frankie's suspected abuse and reports the family has been on a downward spiral in recent years amid multiple controversies surrounding Frankie and her husband Kevin's parenting. Today has been a big day, Sherry wrote in a follow-up Instagram story. Me and my family are so glad justice is being served. We've been trying to tell police and CPS for years about this, and so glad they finally decided to step up. Hmm. Shirt 2 days in a row, kids being duct taped, not a damn thing happened for years. We have a broken system, y'all. We have a broken system. There are kids in my son's former school that would come to school with nothing because their parents were method acting all day. And they would take those kids out, put them in foster kids, give them right back to those parents that were still acting a fool. It's a broken system, y'all. We need to do better by our kids. On Thursday morning, Sherry wrote that her younger siblings are safe, but there's a long road ahead for them. And I just want to stop here and I want to say, I hope that these kids get all the help they need. I don't, I've just started looking in on this story. I kind of reluctantly have started looking on this story because, like I said, I get all the, you know, burns my grits, frosts my flakes, pisses me off to no end when kids are involved. And especially with self-righteous mommy dearists who wanted to tell the rest of us moms how big of a hot fucking mess we are because, "Oh, we curse," or, "Oh, we don't Jesus enough," or whatever the hell it is that we don't do the right way when they are behind the doors doing this kinda crap, okay? Look, as a mom, I am a hot mess express half the time, but I have never in my life duct taped a child and made them to the point where they had to go to the hospital because they didn't get fed. Nuh-uh. Mm-mm. Not here. My kids know every day that I love them, I hug them, and I may do a million things wrong in a day, but mm-mm, mm-mm, ma'am. No, no. You can just go on with you can put on them prison oranges with your bad self, ma'am. Frankie amassed 2.3 million subscribers on her YouTube channel, 8 Passengers, over the year, where she blogged about her husband, Kevin Frankie, and their 6 kids, Sherry, Chad, Abby, Julie, Russell, and Eve. However, 8 Passengers' family fell under scrutiny in recent year due to Frankie's strict parenting, which led many viewers to question whether she was abusing her children. The page was eventually deleted, and Frankie and Hildebrand launched Connections podcast. Well, obviously, they can't spell either. The women's podcast soon came under similar scrutiny, especially because the two women espoused okay, they're obviously religious, so they're not going to like certain things. Duh. Okay. Uh, It's like going to a Catholic reunion and being surprised, or a Catholic page and being surprised that they're not pro-abortion. If you're shocked, I feel like you're in one 2018 episode, for example, Frankie used a monologue to explain how, quote, pain is meant to be a teacher for children. It's not your nemesis, it's your ally, she said. Pain is not bad. It's here to temper you, to teach you and humble you and refine you and create wisdom in you. I mean, if she's talking about, like, pain, like, if my youngest, most feral Griffin Wayne runs into a door and that teaches him not to run in the hallway, in theory, yes, but he'll continue to run through the hallway because he's a boy and duh. But, yeah, I guess I could understand that, but I have a feeling she's more talking about corporeal punishment, and people have different stances on that. So let's go back to the original article as my computer goes at light speed. Smell. I have no idea what's wrong with my internet. It is okay. So, all about Ruby Frankie, and let's see what, because I'm so confused about what she did. Before her arrest on child abuse charges in late August, Ruby Frankie was a vlogger who had a hugely popular YouTube channel, 8 Passengers, which documented her family's daily life. However, 8 Passengers and Frankie came under scrutiny over the years due to her strict parenting philosophy she used with the 6 children, who she shares with her husband. Scrutiny led some viewers to speculate if she was abusing her children, allegations she addressed and denied to Insider in 2020. We'll probably look at that next. After the YouTube channel ended, Frankie co hosted the Connections podcast with her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt. But that venture also reportedly generated concern as Frankie and Hildebrandt, okay, obviously they're Latter-day Saint. They're not gonna like certain things. I'm not gonna get into that. You can have your own feelings about that. I'm not here to do whatever. Last week on August 30th, according to Utah's Santa Clara Okay, so we went over that. Oh god, she looks like she will tell you everything about how her personal Lord and Savior saved her and how the hell you're doing all the things wrong. She look like that? Like, "You let your kids read Harry Potter, well, that's good, I guess you're gonna go right to hell. We don't do that in this house, we don't promote witchcraft." Doesn't she look just like that? "Oh, well, I see you let your children watch Shrek. Well, we don't believe in demons in this house." "Oh, Pokemon? Well, that is demonic, and I mean, your kids can go to hell, but mine are not." I can just see her being one of those people. I mean, she has the look. Also, ma'am, I don't know, I just don't like you already. Frankie's children were reportedly found at Hildebrandt's home. Yeah, why are they at Hildebrandt's home? I do wonder. The Salt Lake Tribune reports that the home the children were found at belonged to Hildebrandt. According to the outlet, Frankie's 12-year-old son is the one who allegedly climbed out of the window at Hildebrandt's home and went to the neighbor for help. After being notified of the situation, the authorities went to Hildebrandt's home where they found Frankie's other child, aged 10, the Salt Lake Tribune reported. Both Frankie and Hildebrandt were arrested in connection with the incident, the authorities said. The two were denied bail. Yes, per the Salt Lake Tribune, and as of September 4th, Frankie and Hildebrandt remain in custody. Get used to orange, ma'am. I hope it looks terrible on you, according to online jail records. Y'all, I am not going to be impartial on this one. I hope she gets a fair trial, but I'm not going to be impartial. So if you're looking for impartiality, this is not the case for me. Annie Hoozle. Uh, Randy Kester, an attorney for Ruby Frank's husband, Kevin Frank, told Page Six on August 31st that the priority for his client is simply to keep his children together under his fatherly care. If his fatherly care allowed his wife to duct tape his child until he nearly starved to death, then screw his fatherly care. Screw it. And give these children to the oldest daughter and then give her all the resources to watch these children and or someone else in this family needs to step up. I know other family members, YouTube and vlog or what the hell ever, s take these children. Get them the hell away from this family because apparently neither of these 2 parents, can stand up. If he couldn't stand up to his wife and, stop this shenanigans, then no, fatherly care out. You are unfathered for the time being, sir. And I know it's odd for me to say that since I am totally against CPS ripping families apart, but no, sir, you allowed your children to be duct taped to chairs until they nearly starved. No, your fatherly care ended when you allowed that to happen, in my opinion. Frankie's daughter has spoken out about her mother's arrest. Okay, and we did go over this. And why is it me and my family are so glad justice is being served? We've been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this. Again, where the hell have you been, CPS? Why is it that you know they can go out on spurious charges for every other little thing, but this is obviously a situation that has been escalating for years, and they've done BFE, big fat nothing. What? I'm so angry about this. Because again, do nothing CPS and self-righteous mommies. Ellie Mitchum, Julie Griffiths Duro, and Bonnie Holen posted an Instagram claiming to be Ruby Frankie's sisters, issuing a statement on and I probably butchered those names. Look, y'all, like I said, I ain't a namologist. Explaining they kept quiet about Frankie for the sake of her children. Behind the public scene, we have done everything we could to try to make sure the kids are safe. I have thoughts, but I will keep them to myself for now. The statement reads, Ruby was arrested, which need to happen. The statement said Jody was arrested, which needed to happen. The kids are safe now, which is priority number one. Sherry also called on her Instagram followers to report any suspicious comments Frankie has made on publicly shared Google documents. As of September 1, the documents had nearly 100 links to different remarks. Okay, yeah, I'll be looking at that next. I guess this will be quite a long one, or that will probably be another video because, again, my internet is working at light speed smell. Uh, Remarks Frankie allegedly has made in video clips over the years, including, oh, for God's sakes. Look, again, she's Mormon, you guys. She's not going to really enjoy trans rights or anything like that. Again, it's like going to a Catholic vlogger and being surprised that they're not pro choice. You guys, whatever. But other disclose or discussed withholding her food from kids. That's more important to me. The other stuff might be important to you guys. I'm not discounting that, but the more important to me is for this case is withholding food. Frankie's YouTube channel once had 1 or 2.5 million subscribers. Per Fox 13, Frankie and her husband, Kevin Frank, are a Mormon couple and parents of 6 children: Sherry, Chad, Abby, Julie, Russell, and Eve. In 2015, the couple started okay. Hello. Um, Thor, I guess, took this time to remind you that yet again, he is the real animal mascot of this channel and not the flea-bitten, uh, Frybert in the background, if I could get them both in here. Fryberto is in the background. Banner. Let me see if I can get my banner off. Well, Fryberto is trying to eat his pineapple, and Thor is being a pain in the tuchus, which is not shocking to anyone at this point. But Mr. Mo is almost finished with the tripod, so I should have a mobile furry person, uh, animal kinda camera here soon, so we are gonna be awesome here eventually. This is what I'm talking about, look. I fully admit my hot messitude. It is what it is. I could basically say, I'm not a hot mess and Jesus, Jesus you, but that's not the truth of life having 6 kids and chaos. It just is what it is. In 2015, the couple started the 8 Passengers channel on YouTube that documented the family's daily life. According to NPR, the most viewed clips from the channel showed the children's experience growing up, such as them trying clothes and being disciplined. At the height of its popularity, 8 Passengers had 2.5 million subscribers until it was shut down this year, Insider reported. Some viewers raised alarm about alleged abuse before the arrest. Despite 8 Passengers' popularity during its run, Frankie's parenting style drew scrutinies and allegation of abuse from viewers. Following a viewers change.org petition to have the Frankies investigated, Utah's Division of Child and Family Services visited the Frankies' home and interviewed the children for 2 hours, according to DCFS letters reviewed by insiders. The case was dropped due to lack of evidence for the allegations. An interview with the same outlet in 2020 frankly explained, "People aren't understanding is that we give our children a choice in everything. We are teaching our children to be self-governing, so it's always very open with our son. He gets to choose how long he's separate from his brother depending upon his behavior." One incident that concerned viewers occurred when Frankie's then 6-year-old daughter Eve went to school one day without her lunch, per Insider. In a vlog, Ruby recalled a text message she received from Eve's teacher asking whether Ruby could drive over to the school and drop off a lunch for her child. Ruby responded, "Eve is responsible for making her own lunch in the morning, so a natural outcome is that she's going to be hungry. Hopefully, no one gives her food and no one steps in and gives her a lunch." this woman is ridiculous. 6-year-old. Like, again, I could understand if it was a 16-year-old and she's chronically not doing her lunch and she's, being a total, like, just flake about it. But a 6-year-old? Why don't we make the 8-year-old go get a job? Give him a can opener and a lighter and spear and say, "Go hunt your own dinner." Thorbert, your indoor-outdoor cat friend wants to play with you. He's like, "I hate you, Fry." Hildebrandt and Frankie were our business partners. According to 8 Passengers, Frankie launched Connections podcast with Jody Hildebrandt, a therapist and founder of self-improvement and empowerment company with the same name. Oh god, not an empowerment company. Empower you to do what? Again, just make a diet pop that folds make a machine that folds laundry. How about empower me with that? According to the company's mission statement on its website, we invite and encourage healing and facilitate personal growth through impeccable honesty, rigorous personal responsibility, and humility. This face says not one fucking thing about humility, but says all the things about smugliness. This is a smugly face. This is a woman that's going to tell you, well, you could have tried harder. When I have a problem, I go to Jesus and I just pray and I work harder, and that's how I do everything. You just need to work harder. Kiss my ass, lady. And r- radical honesty for the I will this woman allegedly in Minecraft, Tetris, Pac-Man, and Asteroid needs a swift pimp hand, okay? Where is oh my god, what is his name? I know Imma forget it. Tina Turner Tina Turner's first husband. Where is he? Because I just need him for, like, 1 second. Just 1 second. Imma need him, and then he go right back to irrelevance for just 1 second. Per USA Today, viewers described both Frankie and Hildebrandt's philosophy on parenting as extremely strict. In April 2023 interview with Into the Light podcast recorded before the mother's arrest, Sherry Frankie explained that her family's involvement in Connections Company was the reason for her estranged relationship per Insider. She said that they joined Connections so that it could be growth oriented. However, over time, according to her, Connections teachings became more extreme and made her wonder if they were in accordance with her Christian belief. Neighbors reportedly tried to seek help for the children before the arrest. In the aftermath of Frankie and Hildebrandt's arrest, 2 unidentified neighbors of Ruby Frankie in Springfield, Utah, spoke to NBC News, revealing that some people in the neighborhood earlier contacted Utah's Division of Child and Family Services over concern about the welfare of Frankie's children. Frankie's neighbors also alleged that she began spending more time away from her home after she got involved in Connections. Dear Lord, they started a cult. And not a fun one either. I mean, can we just boil down most cults to I wanna sleep with your wife? I mean, Jonestown, David Koresh, oh god, the Children of God, um, oh gosh, the one in Japan, Anshan. I mean, basically all cults are I wanna sleep with your wife. This one's not even fun. Like, you're not they're 2 women. I mean, unless they're both I may have caught on to something here. Allegedly in Minecraft, Pac-Man, Tetris, and other things. Don't come for me for slander. I have nothing to give you, ma'am, except for a lot of Sailor Moon stuff, and I will fight you for it. An anonymous source told NBC News that Frankie kicked her husband, Kevin, out of their home last year. Quote, Everyone was just breathing a collective sigh of relief because we thought they were going to come out of that house with body bags, a neighbor told NBC News upon the police visit to Frankie's. People has reached out to lawyers representing Kevin Frankie but did not immediately hear back. It is unclear if Frankie or Hildebrand have retained attorneys to speak on their behalf. Let's see here. Uh, see if family vlogger Ruby Franklin spoke cryptically about dirty little secret days before the arrest. A family vlogger who achieved prominence on YouTube before she was arrested recently spoke hypothetically on YouTube about having a dirty little secret that a person is getting away with on a recent video. Uh, Insider first reported Friday morning. It might be 5 years, 10 years, I might take it to the grave with me, my dirty little secret. So it appears I don't have any outcomes, I get away with it, the vlogger Frankie said during the latest episode of her Connections podcast on Monday alongside her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt. Frankie was speaking hypothetically, putting herself in the position of a person who is harboring a secret. Hmm. Hmm. Well, not her. This isn't the face of anyone who would be a smugly little hypocritical liar. Not this person. This person wouldn't be a hell Lovejoy, holier than thou, see you next Tuesday of the highest magnitude cunt cannoli bitch burrito twat waffle. No. No, this would not be one of those people. Not this woman. This woman could not be that. That is not a face of a woman who would use Jesus as both a shield and a sword to injure other people, but, clothe herself in the armor of some sort of, you know, unholy Christian warrior that makes the rest of us people who, you know, admit we suck out loud as Christians, but we're trying our best, look terrible. No, not this woman. This woman. The sarcasm. If I need to get a sarcasm sign, whatever. Frankie was speaking hypothetically, putting herself in the position of a person who is harboring a secret. Hmm. Frankie and Hildebrandt posted a 27-minute podcast episode Wednesday that largely discussed topics of what it means to be a victim and the idea of dishonesty. Oh my god. How do you do that? I mean, how do you sit down and for 27 minutes babble through your mouth hole about victimization when you are in fact a monster? I mean, I guess you have to be some sort of sociopath, which, I mean, for a woman is kind of rare, so, congrats, ma'am, but ugh, just ugh. Quote, "Victim is a place where I live, a place where I have pity for myself because I don't want to be responsible for me," Frankie said in a video, adding, "I want to control everything around me so I can be comfortable, but I refuse to take responsibility for me." Ugh. Frankie later said, "I could be dishonest, and I think I'm getting away with it because no one knows. I don't like you so very much." Well, that is what I have, and I have pulled up, the Google format thingy, but I can't understand people have marked out things, I don't understand fonts, holy Jesus, what in the actual crapola okay, obviously, people that don't understand how to use text did this, so, I will try to find some sort of actual documentation of things, but this is just the first little bit, and it's already 40 minutes, and basically, it's just me making fun of this woman because I don't really like her at all. So, like I said, I hope she and her, hetero life partner slash business partner get a fair trial, but I read her for all the filth, and I hope that she, likes orange and gets the full 15 years, and then they, duct tape her and forget to feed her, and she can, not be a victim and not have pity for herself and just take responsibility because, she made the choice to do stuff. Because I'm done with this woman. A 6-year-old doesn't take a sandwich to school. You know what? She's 6. You are terrible. I don't like you, but let's end on a happy note. Friberto made it 10 minutes walking with his harness. Now he whimper cried the entire way, but we did make it. So big ups. Positive note. Do not scratch my chair. Thor is like you're talking about Friberto. I am still here. I will see you guys later. And remember, you might not be everyone's cup of tea, but you are always welcome here. Please like and subscribe and share if you like this video. It helps a lot. I am this close to being monetized. Yay! And you know what that means? That means Mo doing a cider tasting, possibly getting a whole lot tipsy and reading the lyrics to WAP, which means that my computer might get all the syphilis. So if you would like to see that, please share to all your friends, family, not my mom, and everyone else. I will see you guys later. Bye.